Calix, the owner of No Two Ways, owner, CEO, founder, all of those things.
I think it's co-founder.
Co-founder, got it. For anyone who doesn't know, because I think I don't know how big it is in America. It may be just as big as in the UK, but I know it's quite well known in the UK. It's a sneaker company and brand, and recently they just raised £2.3 million, which is a good amount from a varied amount of YouTubers. Tom, do you want to go through the list of YouTubers who have recently invested into No Two Ways?
Yeah, so I think it's very interesting the fact that, you know, Calix's story is very interesting. There was a great podcast on, I think it's called Unboxed, by Jordan, the guy's name is, who is actually one of the managers for the Sidemen, and he spoke to Calix about all his whole story. So if you want to go check that out, it's very interesting. But No Two Ways, as Joel said, have secured £2.3 million in funding from not only, I guess, Calix starting this himself and being surrounded by, I guess, you know, content in general, but he's now also had investors including the likes of KSI, Mini Minter, Vicstar, which are obviously members of the Sidemen. You also have Laserbeam and Lachlan, which, you know, the Australian creators, which are, I guess, very large within their own right. And then the other investors have also been the three managers of the Sidemen as well, which I think if your friends are willing to back your company, it says a lot about the company itself, but also the people running it as well. You know, £2.3 million is a significant amount of money to invest in any business, right? You know, that's not that's not the valuation of the business. The business was valued at, I think it was about £20 million.
Yeah, 20
so
million.
There's a significant investment and valuation on his business now, which, yeah, is an amazing achievement. But I think the key thing is, if they're willing to invest, it shows how well the brand is actually doing. It's not just, you know, I've made a sneaker brand, I'm hoping for the best. You know, I sold it for a year, made 10k to some YouTube fans and got on with it. Like, he's actually making a proper brand.
Yeah, this isn't fact checks, but I'm pretty sure I think I watched a video from him basically saying he makes nearly no money from this at all, because selling shoes just isn't very profitable. Where after especially like if you want like quality ones like he's making, after you actually get the materials and like the cost to actually make high quality shoes like these, you're basically not making a profit for yourself. So even though, yes, you look at it and you see it's valued at £20 million, it's almost like he's doing this as a passion project, which makes it, I think that makes the funding from his friends valued more to him. Obviously not valued in money, but valued personally more, because they're seeing this as like, this guy is dedicated to making this a brand, and he's not getting anything from it, at least at the moment. So people are like saying, we believe in this guy we believe in Calix to create a good brand. And obviously, you know, there's always some level of bias because it's his friends, but, you know, I know when it comes to an investment, a lot of the time, nearly all the time, you don't care if it's your friend or not. You're doing it because you believe in the product and you believe in the person. Because, you know, if I came to Tom and I said, Tom, I'm gonna make a tree company where I
Dragon's
sell...
Den, pitch me something now. 30 seconds, go.
All right, it's a tree. It's a tree straw. It's a reusable straw made out of a tree, and it tastes like bark, and you get lots of little splinters in your mouth when you drink it. You know, and Tom's like, that's an awful idea. He's not just going to be like, it's a bad idea, but, you know, he's my mate. He's not going to do that. And, you know, it's the same for this. You know, his friends are going to look at the company and be like, I've tried these shoes. They're good shoes. They look nice. They're high quality. He's putting passion into it and all of that. I'm going to invest in it. Do they invest into it, or do they just give some funding towards it?
Well, I mean, I haven't looked into company's house. I mean, I don't know the structure of it. But if they're securing it in funding, then they've invested in the company. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not just they've not just injected the capital and said we don't want anything out of it. Like they definitely would have. I mean, I don't know the structure. They could have received equity. They could receive a royalty on the shoes. However, it's been structured. I would say it's probably some form of equity within the business.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, have you seen the shoes before in public?
I haven't actually bought a pair, so I haven't tried them on. Not the fact that I just didn't want them, I just haven't really, I guess. I think they look cool. I think the new ones, I'm not sure what they're called, but the ones which are like not where you can take them apart, but they're like modular. I think that's a pretty cool idea, because then you can make multiple different looks and things out of one pair. And I think that's what they're going for, right? They're trying to be quite innovative in their brand, you know, fusing different technology, and I think they're trying to put a lot into differentiating themselves rather than just adding value as the brand itself.
Yeah.
Which I think, in terms of, you know, building a design team, building a production team, it's all about how they market those new processes within the shoes and new products and things. So I think it's very interesting. It's been interesting to see what happens and where it goes to. I think it obviously depends on Galaxy's goals, right? The other people within the business, but they could, I don't know, are they looking for a potential exit strategy? Are they trying to, you know, get bought out by a large shoe company? I don't know. They could go to somewhere like, I don't think Nike would Nike buy them out? I don't know. I guess they have Jordans, but
maybe.
I think that there's a potential to get acquired, especially at that valuation. You know, they're not a small shoe company. They're doing very well for themselves. So there is that potential to have a lot of different sales routes, collaborate with different brands potentially. I think the benefit of having people like KSI, Mini Minter, Vigstar, Laserbeam, Lachlan, the rest of the team, the rest of the investors come on board, is the potential for retail opportunities. Especially, you know, now Sidemen have things like XIX in stores and places. You know, they build their connections to other places. So, you know, if they're trying to get into, I guess, retail outlets and things like that, whether or not it's making their own, you know, destination store in London somewhere, a bit like Gymshark. I don't know what their business strategy is, but that would be my go-to, you know, develop relationships with brands, potentially collaborate with some, get it in some stores, get it in some distributors, get a brick and mortar store in central London.
Yeah. You see, my problem with this article is I know absolutely nothing about shoes. So I know nothing about any fashion. Yeah. In this podcast, guys, every episode you're gonna see me wear a black t-shirt near enough. I have like 3 black t-shirts and black trousers and black joggers. Okay. I wear timeless fashion. So I'm not really like the top guy to ask about fashion and stuff and shoes and stuff like that.